NFL in shock. Antonio Brown accuses Browns owner Jimmy Haslam of breaking draft pact on Shedeur Sanders. The NFL world is buzzing after Antonio Brown claimed Browns owner Jimmy Haslam broke a behind-the-scenes agreement not to draft quarterback Shedeur Sanders. The bombshell accusation comes amid growing speculation that Sanders' surprising fall in the 2025 NFL draft wasn't just football-related. Despite a standout college season, the Colorado QB dropped deep into the draft pool, raising eyebrows across the league. Now, questions about a possible coordinated freeze-out are gaining serious traction. Antonio Brown's allegation sparks fresh NFL conspiracy talk. Brown, the former NFL star known for his drama-filled post-retirement life, alleged that Haslam defied a pact among NFL teams to avoid Shedeur. Jimmy doesn't want to publicly admit he broke the agreement between the 31 other teams, Brown said, hinting at a secretive plan to pass over Sanders. As of now, the NFL has not commented on the claim, and no official record of such an agreement has surfaced. Jimmy Haslam tries to cool the heat with a deflection. In a training camp media interaction on July 29, Haslam attempted to shift the spotlight away from himself, placing full responsibility on his general manager. "That's Andrew Berry's call," Haslam stated. "Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. That was Andrew's call." He also clarified that play calling and starter decisions rest with head coach Kevin Stefanski. The public distancing has only intensified speculation about the nature of Shedeur's selection. Draft day slide leaves analysts searching for answers. Shedeur Sanders entered the 2025 draft with an elite NCAA resume, yet somehow slipped past several quarterback-needy teams. With 4,134 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and just 10 interceptions on 477 attempts at a 74% completion rate, his performance spoke volumes. He also added 4 rushing touchdowns, though negative rushing yardage, -50, due to sacks became a talking point. Still, his raw stats make it hard to justify such a slide without other factors in play. Deion Sanders' influence may have complicated the picture. Analysts and fans alike are now questioning whether Shedeur's draft journey was shaped more by politics than performance. Many believe the outspoken and unconventional coaching style of his father, Deion Sanders, may have turned some franchises off. From bold media statements to social media visibility, the elder Sanders has never shied away from the spotlight. Teams may have feared bringing that level of public attention and unpredictability into their locker rooms. Also read, "She's the brains." Aaron Rodgers opens up on how his sister-in-law helped seal his $13.65 million Pittsburgh Steelers deal. The NFL thrives on drama, but not even its best scriptwriters could have cooked this one up. Former All-Pro wide receiver Antonio Brown, no stranger to controversy himself, lit up social media late Thursday night with a cryptic but fiery post that sent shockwaves through league offices. Jimmy Haslam broke the draft pact. 31 teams kept their word. He didn't. Shedeur was never supposed to go to Cleveland. Within minutes, the tweet exploded across X, formerly Twitter, drawing attention not just for the accusation, but for the target, Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam. According to Brown, Haslam violated an unspoken agreement among NFL team owners, a draft pact, not to draft Shedeur Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. And just like that, the NFL world was flipped on its head. Warning sign # the allegation. Brown's statement suggested that Sanders' slide to the 5th round wasn't purely due to talent evaluation. Instead, he alleged that there was a coordinated effort by team owners to avoid drafting him altogether. But why? According to sources close to the situation, and echoed subtly in the subtext of Brown's post, some owners were reportedly uncomfortable with the influence of Deion Sanders, who had taken an unusually hands-on role in his son's development both at Jackson State and Colorado. His media presence, his personality, and his unapologetic coach prime brand? Not exactly NFL owner-friendly. This wasn't about Shedeur the quarterback, said one unnamed league executive in a podcast Friday morning. This was about Deion the brand. The feeling was, if you draft the son, you draft the father too. The draft pact. If Brown's words hold any weight, and that remains hotly debated, it implies that behind the scenes, there was a quiet consensus: don't draft Shedeur. Let him go undrafted. Let him choose a team as a free agent. That way, the league could control the optics and limit Deion's influence on a locker room. It wasn't a formal agreement. No documents. No emails. Just a handshake understanding among NFL power brokers. But Jimmy Haslam? According to Brown, he broke ranks. Jimmy knew what he was doing, Brown later said in a live stream. He saw Shedeur's talent and figured he'd sneak him in late. But he knew there'd be blowback. That's why he blamed it on his GM. Zippermouth face Haslam's response. Interestingly, Jimmy Haslam has never openly taken credit for drafting Shedeur Sanders. In fact, he's gone on record distancing himself from the pick, saying, "That was Andrew Berry's call. The front office made that decision. If you had told me in April we'd be taking Shedeur, I'd have said, that's not happening." A strange thing for an owner to say about his own quarterback draft pick, unless, of course, he's trying to avoid consequences from a broken agreement. Brown supporters pointed to that quote as proof of the pact. Why else would an owner try so hard to distance himself from a fifth-round selection? What other pick in recent memory had drawn such passive-aggressive deflection? The bigger picture, Shedeur's struggles. This explosive allegation comes at a tense time in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders has had an uneven camp. He's shown flashes of brilliance, quick reads, tight throws, poise under pressure, but has also struggled with the speed of the NFL game. And while many rookies stumble early, Sanders' mistakes seem magnified under the microscope of media, fans, and now, apparent league politics. Even within the Browns organization, there's a palpable discomfort. Some veteran players are reportedly split, some rooting for Sanders' success, others wary of what his rise might mean in a quarterback room already crowded with Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel. Now, with Brown's comments stoking the fire, it's no longer just about performance. It's about narrative, and how much of it Sanders can overcome. Speaking head in silhouette hash reactions across the league. Across the league, reactions have been swift and varied. Deion Sanders refused to directly address Brown's accusation, but said cryptically, "They can't stop God's plan. My son's already made it." NFL Network's Ian Rappaport dismissed the idea of a formal pact, but admitted there was definitely unease about Shedeur's off-field aura. Former Browns QB Bernie Kosar called Haslam's distancing embarrassing, adding, "If you draft the kid, own it. Don't throw your GM under the bus." Even some owners are reportedly not happy with the sudden spotlight. If there was a gentleman's agreement, Brown's tweet just blew it sky high.